hit and run case. And tonight, meteorologist Doug Hetty has his winter-long forecast. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, plans to bring back the Joplin trolley 2 years after it shut down. Plus,
it's getting a little chilly out. Do you have a place to stay? I'm Lonnie Walton in Webb City, and I talked to a local warming shelter, and they say there's a few tips they want you to know if you plan on using their facility this winter. I'll have all those details and more coming up.
And the city of Fort Scott hits the bricks for its second annual Christmas festival.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A developing story out of Carthage tonight as authorities charge a man in a serious hit and run of a teenager. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Detectives have arrested and charged this man, Miguel Gaspar Diaz, with a Saturday night hit and run in Carthage that's left a Carthage teen, Braxton Thrasher, in serious condition. Authorities identified the car by parts of the vehicle left behind at the incident and tracked it to the residence of Diaz. Diaz initially said he struck a deer and had not been to Carthage. Authorities say during a subsequent interview, Diaz admitted to drinking at a friend's house prior to the crash. They say he later admitted to hitting Thrasher with his car and driving a few hundred feet before stopping and removing the teen victim from the hood of his car and placing him in a ditch. Thrasher still remains in the ICU. Authorities have issued multiple charges against Diaz, including felony assault. We have more information on this case on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A shuttered city service in Joplin is coming back more than 2 years later. The Sunshine Lamp Trolley service was shut down 2 years ago due to staffing issues. At the time, there were only 6 drivers when 17 is a full staff. But city staff has announced the trolley service will return before the end of February. City staff say they've been working to bring back the trolleys ever since they were forced to shut down the service. Throughout the work of recruiting efforts and changing to pay plans for drivers, city staff say their staffing is back to more sustainable levels.
We're getting, of course, all of our vehicles and all the transportation pieces in place, all the preventive maintenance checks. We're doing trolley stop maintenance, the signage, the brochures, all the things you can imagine that we need to focus on to get the program back up and running.
City staff say they're still finalizing details for the fare and schedule for the trolleys when they begin operating again. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Well, temperatures now dropping down into the lower 20s, 23 in Joplin, Pittsburgh, 22 in Fort Scott and Iola and Yates Center, 25 in Newata, Independence, 24 in Oswego. So we've got this northerly breeze, though those winds are going to shift. Currently winds 5-10 miles per hour, but it still does bring our temperatures down just a smidge. Now, over the next couple of hours, we're going to see a few clouds moving in, but overall, tonight's going to be mostly clear, and even tomorrow, a few clouds, but again, mostly sunny day tomorrow as well. Now, as we head into the weekend, we continue to warm up, upper 50s both Saturday and Sunday. A little bit cloudier as we head into Saturday evening and into Sunday, plus a bit windy and maybe some showers early in the afternoon on Sunday, but I'll have those details coming up.
See you soon. As the temperatures drop in the weeks ahead, many people, particularly those without homes, will seek warmth and shelter. According to a report from the Institute for Community Alliances in Joplin, the number of unhoused people has more than doubled compared to last year. The Webb City Public Library is one warming center. KOAM's Lonnie Walton checked to see what rules are in place for those seeking shelter.
We do have people that come in here and think they can just move in and move furniture around. And
Sarah Rogers is the Assistant Director of Webb City Public Library. She says she enjoys helping those in need of warmth this season, but sometimes Rogers says some can get a little too comfortable.
it can get insane in here sometimes. So when there's a lot of people, people can start getting rude. And
Library official says they are fine with patrons coming in to keep warm, but as long as they're respectful and they keep things quiet.
so hopefully it will just blend and everybody will be fine.
With that said, Roger says everyone is nice for the most part, and intense situations are not really a thing for Webb City residents. That's why she said all are welcome if they're in need.
As long as we're open, they can come in here and spend the day reading or whatever. We've got puzzles out.
A local resident says he comes in just for a peace of mind.
Quiet, read, I watch YouTube, I watch ghost stories and stuff like that.
Some come in just to take a quick nap, but if they take too long, Roger says they're getting a wake-up call.
After a while, yeah. We'll let them sleep for a bit, but after a while, yeah.
Reporting in Webb City, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Rogers also says people are allowed to eat and drink in the facility as long as they're mindful of the equipment and upkeep of the building. The Girard Square was alive with vendors, floats, lights, and even a visit from Santa today. Earlier this evening, the town's annual festival kicked off, drawing crowds to enjoy the long-standing parade tradition. As you see here, parade entries began lining up just minutes before the event, with floats judged on crowd involvement, holiday spirit, creativity, and their dazzling lights. Fort Scott's second annual Christmas festival, Christmas on the Bricks, kicked off tonight. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more on the season's festivities.
A festival where you can come and make memories.
The Fort Scott Christmas on the Bricks chair has been working tirelessly to put together their Christmas on the Bricks festival for the community.
We've gone to different retailers and asked if we could have different events in their location so that people can see everything we have. The chamber has done a tremendous amount of time put into it.
The event features candlelight tours of the fort, holiday market booths, Christmas karaoke, and pictures with Santa.
Warm, cozy Christmas feeling, and just with the things we've added like the fire pits and the carriage rides.
Free gift wrapping if you purchase a gift in our downtown. We have beer and bourbon tasting, carriage rides, just literally something for everyone going on downtown.
Something for everyone, including children.
We have a lot of kids activities. We have cookie decorating at our new kitchen collective and collaborative. Hedgehog.Inc., which is a great bookstore downtown, is hosting the Pictures with Santa.
For the first time this year, the event will feature a skating rink at the Gathering Square Pavilion.
And the skating rink is not up just for this weekend. It'll be up for 4 following weekends. So people will be able to come back for that too and see all the decorations and the lights and also be able to skate.
The event kicks off Thursday night with a parade.
It just reminds you of Christmas.
Reporting in Fort Scott, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Some of the events require a pre-registration. Check out our website for more information and to see a list of the events. Lindsay's complete weather forecast is next, and later some big matchups on the hardwood tonight. John Dales has highlights from the CJ Classic Girls Basketball Tournament, and the Show Me State plans to crack down on distracted drivers in the new year.
Since this is your first Get Holiday Ready sales event, let me
bring the classic Big Mac and other McDonald's favorites.
Well, it was a cold day today. Temperatures really only reached mid-30s throughout the day. Let's go ahead and take a look outside downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We are having mostly clear night tonight. A light breeze out of the north, but winds will shift as we head into tonight and tomorrow. But current temperatures in the lower 20s across the area. 24 in Miami, Oswego, 25 in Independence, 22 in Nevada, 23 in Lamar, Carthage, and Joplin. So it's a cold night. Temperatures are just going to continue to drop as we head into the evening. Now we will see a few clouds moving in through the area, but overall, it's going to be a clear night and a mostly clear day tomorrow as well. Though we are starting off a bit cooler. So in the morning, our Friday feels like temperatures. This is more of a wind chill temperature. It's going to feel like 16 degrees in Joplin, 15 degrees in Pittsburgh, Girard, Iola, Yates Center, 14 degrees in Nevada, Stockton, Lockwood, and Aurora. Now, a little bit better as we head into the rest of the day. By 10 a.m. it's going to start to feel a little bit better. Now, actual temperatures, 19 degrees in Joplin, so only a couple degrees warmer than the wind chill temperature. 19 in Pittsburgh, 17 in Neodesha and Parsons and Oswego. Really, all of us are less than 20 degrees, so in the morning it is going to be pretty cold. But you can see those winds are out of the south, so we do warm up for the day. getting into the mid to upper 40s before we cool back down into the 30s for tomorrow night. Now on top of that, we also have a bit of a winds gusting up to 15-20 miles per hour. This is now 6:30 p.m. on Friday, so it's more towards the later day hours on Friday, gusting up to 15-20 miles per hour, picking up as we head into Saturday morning, gusting up to 25 miles per hour, and then again on Sunday. Now winds are out of the south all weekend long, so we've got a nice warm up this weekend, and then we do start to see those winds shift Monday and into Tuesday, where we're going to see that temperature drop. So the reason we're having much warmer temperatures this weekend, we've got this little ridge kind of formed over the area just because of a cut-off low pressure that is out in the southwestern part of the U.S. So we've got this little ridge giving us some warmer temperatures this weekend, and that cutoff low kind of stays like that until Sunday. That's when it rejoins with the upper level flow, and then it starts to shift off to the east, bringing us some rain showers, some possible showers. We're at the top bit of that little rain system that's going to be moving through southern parts of the U.S. But as it passes, we might get a few sprinkles, and then it rejoins up, and we've got another low pressure that's going to be kind of moving into the area Tuesday, bringing us that wind shift line late Tuesday or late Monday night into early Tuesday morning, and also a few showers along with us. This is 3 in the morning on Tuesday, and then we have another round coming in later in the afternoon where we might see a few more sprinkles before we go on a bit more of a dry trend after that. Now temperatures will be cool just for a couple of days, but we warm back up by next weekend, again into the 50s and 60s. However, we are going to have a bit of a cooler winter, which Doug will be around giving us his winter long-range forecast coming up shortly.
We'll get to that in a bit, Lindsay. Thanks. AAA wants to remind drivers about distracted driving law going into effect next month. Beginning January 1st, Missouri drivers can be cited and fined for some new reasons. The law, known as the Sudden's Bending Hands-Free Law, prohibits handheld cell phone use while driving, with few exceptions. Head over to KOAMNewsNow.com, where we've provided more information on the new law, including exceptions, fine amounts, and potential jail and prison time. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield said today the health insurer provider is reversing a policy that would have limited anesthesia coverage during surgeries and other procedures. The policy would have covered Anthem's plans in Missouri, Connecticut, and New York beginning in February. The proposal prompted an outcry from some physicians and lawmakers. If you're wondering what winter in the 4 states is going to look like this year, well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty has the answer in his winter-long forecast special. That's just ahead.
Be a little warmer for our Friday, but a very cold.
Apply today at amcor.com/Joplin.
Well, of course, it's that time of the year. Once again, winter forecast time. We're moving into winter. Meteorological-wise, it starts December 1st, of course, on the solstice. That starts here in a couple weeks. But if we look at our stats, average snowfall in our region is about 12 inches. It used to be higher, but with the warming climate, it has come down over the past 20, 30 years. So about 12 inches. Last year we had 7. We didn't really have any ice, had a little light glaze, but our coldest temperature got down there to -7 degrees. So let's look at the chaos of forecasting, everything that I used to put this forecast together. You always hear of El Nino, hear of La Nina. We had 3 straight La Nina years. Last year we went to El Nino. This year we're kind of neutral or a very weak La Nina, which means the ocean temperatures are near normal or just a little bit below. I always pay attention to the AO, the Arctic Oscillation. When it goes negative, we get those big cold snaps like we've seen over the past several seasons. Also, I forecast using the cycling weather pattern, the LRC. The LRC is a unique pattern that sets up each and every year. This is something I've been working on for about 25 years now, and this is how I long-range forecast for winter, spring, summer, and into the fall. So we're going to look at 2 main features. Here's our jet stream. This is almost the exact part of the pattern we're in right now. Jet stream comes out of Canada, dips in, gives us those cold big blasts like we are seeing today. We don't really see any big storm systems with it, but we do get little fast moving weak systems that can, through the winter, maybe drop an inch, maybe drop 2 inches across the region. But the active stretch of the pattern is when the jet stream shifts out toward the west. There's 2 main features I've been watching all fall. And so you get a system in the southwest, and then I call this the kicker system. It kicks out that first one. So what this will do for us in our active stretch, very warm temperatures, showers, thunderstorms, 1, maybe 2 severe weather events, heavy amounts of rain. But once the kicker system moves in, it brings more moisture, but now it's cold. So this is a great ice setup for us, and then switching over to heavy snow. So if we get a big winter storm, which I think we will, 1 or 2 of them through the winter, it's going to be from this setup with that kicker system that moves through the region. So very interesting to watch. All right, again, you remember I said average snow is about 12 inches. I think on the Kansas side, you're going to be a little bit above average. Chanute, Yates Center, 15 to 20 inches. And then the heart of the region, Pittsburgh to Joplin, 10 to 15, so near average. Near average again, once you get to I-44 and south, we'll go for about 5 to 10 inches of snow. Now, with those bigger systems, if we see more ice, of course, snow numbers will come down across the region. All right, long range forecast. Let's dive in. So precip, meaning moisture, I think, a little bit above average. Temperatures near average, because we're going to have some really warm days. We're going to have some really cold days. We'll shoot for 12.5 inches of snow, but here's the change. 2 to 3 ice events, and that could be a very big deal. We haven't had a big ice storm across the region for quite some time. And then 2 to 4 big Arctic blasts. So let's look at that active stretch. December 20th through the 12th of January, then again the 5th through the 27th. Within each stretch, we'll have 5 storm systems, 2 big systems, thunderstorms, rain, ice, and snow, but it's also the warmer part of the pattern. Now the boring part of the pattern, or the drier part, outside the active stretch, this is the colder part of the pattern, but remember, it only gives us little systems, little snows. Of course, we'll kind of fine-tune this through the winter months, but very exciting time of the year, at least for me.
Doug, thanks. Still ahead, a Frontenac High School baseball standout signs with Neosho County Community College. And Nevada girls basketball faces Springdale in the championship game of the CJ Classic. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
Fresh your space during Dutch Boy Day in Fountain Road, Joplin.
This past spring, Frontenac High School baseball took 3rd place in Class 3A. The Raiders earned a comeback win over Burlington in the state quarterfinals, and part of that rally included Corbin Nix RBI single. Today, Corbin Nix signs with Neosho County Community College to continue his baseball career. He was a first-team All-State designated hitter as a junior, according to Sports in Kansas. The future Panther still has his senior season ahead of him, but is very grateful to all those who helped him get to this point.
They're everything. There's no way I'm here right now without them. I played on a lot of teams that were not close to home, that we traveled like crazy just for practices in the middle of the week, and they did it just for the love of me. I went over there on my visit, and I really liked the coaches over there, enjoyed being around them, talking with them, and they let me in the dugout to hang out with them for a scrimmage. And I was able to bond with some of the players, and I had previously played with some of the players at Neosho.
Well, it's the 4th and final day of the CJ Classic girls basketball tournament. The Lady Tigers of Nevada play in the first place game this evening. Their opponent is Springdale, who's one of the top teams in Northwest Arkansas. Before we get to that game, though, we start with the 3rd place contest between Carl Junction and McDonald County. This one, all Mustangs. They take it 65-45. They improved to 3-1 on the young season. Now to the championship game. Nevada looks to take home first place as it faces the talented Springdale Bulldogs. First quarter, Lucy Swearingen on the fast break, passes to her teammate Addison McEnroy for the easy 2. A little bit later in the first, it's Swearingen on the move again. This time she takes it herself, gets the floater to go down. Nevada, though, trailed by 11 in the first quarter. We go to the second. Springdale's Carolinda Hudson fires from three-point range and connects. Bulldogs start to expand their lead. Still in the second quarter, Lucy Swearingen back to work. She gets the bucket to count, plus the foul. But Springdale would take over in the second half. Kaya McCoy passes to Kiara Owens in transition. She knocks down the three-pointer from the wing. Then Allie Vaughn steps back to drain another three-pointer. Springdale wins the CJ Classic for the second year in a row. Bulldogs go on to beat the Nevada Tigers 61-39. Well, the NFL announces all 32 nominees for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award today. Each NFL team has one player get represented, and the Chiefs nominate Travis Kelce. Now, this award is given for excellence off the field regarding an NFL player's charity work. The winner of this contest gets a $250,000 donation to the charity of their choice. 5 different Chiefs players have previously won this award. The most recent winner from Kansas City was offensive lineman Brian Waters in 2009. Now, that would definitely be something that I think would mean something to Travis Kelce. It definitely always does to whoever wins it.
It is a prestigious award, one of those is recognizing work off of the field, and a lot of those athletes find that to be an especially high honor.
Definitely.
We'll be right back.
Temperatures drop tonight and into tomorrow morning down into the teens, and we warm up into the mid-40s by Friday, upper 50s by the weekend. Couple of stray showers there Sunday afternoon, a cloudy day on Monday, and then a cold front early Tuesday morning, bringing a few more showers, maybe a bit of a wintry mix, and a drop in temperatures.
Lindsay, thanks. The Missouri Southern Lions invited the public out to celebrate the holidays today. The campus hosted a holiday happenings event. Visitors can enjoy festive activities, live entertainment, a whole big ton of family-friendly fun. It also served as a way for Lions to meet the public.
It's a really great and personal way to really connect with people. I think our college especially is very different than other colleges in the area because we include our community and lots of people feel like it's a great place to take their kids.
The event also featured a visit from, you guessed it, Santa Claus himself. That guy gets around a lot this time.
Certainly does.
Final sports notes.
Well, the Detroit Lions are the first team in the NFL to 12 wins. They beat the Packers tonight on a field goal as time expires.
Wow, there have been a lot of nail-biters this season.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show begins at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.